What's up, everybody? Hope everybody had a great Christmas and a great New Year's. Hope you have a good year this year, or a great year, actually. So it's been a while since I put out a video. I figured while I was on my 34-hour restart, I'd throw a video up. I mean, it's not like many people watch them, and I don't have a whole ton of followers, but, you know, sometimes it's just fun for me to make a video and put out there. Sometimes I can go back and look at these videos and, you know, I learned something from them. So with that being said, without further ado, I'm going to get into it. So what I want to talk about today is the 2019 Dodge Ram 3500 I've been running with the 2020 Big Tex trailer, 40-foot gooseneck. As a lot of you know who've seen some of the previous videos, I'm not real big on Dodge right now. You know, Dodge used to be a good company, but here lately I'm not impressed. This truck's a 2019. It was bought brand new at the beginning of 2020, into 2019, 2020. When I started driving it, it had a little over 29,000 miles on it. We're currently at 61,000 and some change, I think. Let me see. Excuse me. We're at 63,806 miles. So, with that being said, this thing's just had a lot of problems, right? You know, at less than 50,000, both the calipers on the front of this thing locked up, so I had to have new calipers, new rotors, new pads. Was supposed to get a new brake line on the right side. A shop that did the work for us in Virginia charged us for the brake line, but they never put it on. I didn't know that, but after about a little less than 10,000 miles, the brakes on the right front side started scrubbing again. So when I got home for the holidays, got through Christmas, took it over to the local dealer, put it in the shop for them to check it out, find out why this thing was eating calipers. They had it a couple days. The service writer called me. He said, hey man, you need about 7,000, or right at 6,800, right at $7,000 worth of work. And I was like, what in the world, you know, is wrong with it? Because, you know, the bad part is none of this is ever under warranty. According to Chrysler, there's a recall on the brake calipers on most 2019s and 2020s because they were put together with the wrong assembly fluid. But apparently we got the, you know, one of the few that didn't get the bad calipers, yet we're having to replace calipers left and right. So anyway, the guy calls me up. He's like, yeah, there's not a problem with the caliper, but the right front hub is bad. There's a bearing on that side, an axle bearing. Said you need 2 new brake lines, rear pads and rotors, which I knew we needed rear pads and rotors. Was having a problem with one of the speed sensors. They checked that out, said the left rear speed sensor was bad. Said we had a wheel seal leaking on the rear end, and that we needed new bearings on that side and a wheel seal. And I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we needed upper and lower ball joints. They were bad. And all of this in 60,000 miles. I mean, come on, it's a brand new truck. But anyway, so the quote was for about $2,700 in parts, and they wanted to charge $4,035 in labor. Wrap your head around that. $4,035 in labor. Now, they didn't even include new brake pads on the front, which is what I took it in for in the first place. It was acting up, you know, and ate the brakes. So I took this information to my boss, and we had talked about him trading this truck in on something different. That just wasn't feasible. So he began looking up the parts, pricing OEM parts from other dealers. Now, even with having to buy the front brake pads and another wheel seal that they didn't have listed, it was still a little over $1,000 less for the parts, buying them from Dodge dealers, and just not the one in Albany, Georgia. Still a little over $1,000 less in parts than it would have been at the dealer in Albany. So, and the labor there was just outrageous. Matter of fact, while I was home, I even did the wheel bearings and seals on all four of the trailer, on all four of the trailer hubs, and I had to put a set of brakes on one of the trailer axles because we had a wheel seal leaking and the brakes were coated. So doing that, getting the front end aligned, or all four-wheel alignment on here, putting 6 new tires on the truck, all the parts that they said, and then some, plus the speed sensor they said was bad. They sold us a speed sensor. They put a part number on there, but it ended up being a part number for a speed sensor on the front of the truck, which wasn't bad. So as I was looking, I pulled the old speed sensor out on the left rear axle, and I noticed it was really dirty. It sits down in the axle. It was really dirty. I wiped it off with a rag, took a rag, stuck down the hole, cleaned it out, blowed it out with a little air, put it back in. Knock on wood, so far we haven't had any problems with that speed sensor, because what it was doing is it would malfunction and it would throw the trailer brakes off. It would shut down the trailer brake system and the four-wheel drive system and the traction control system all would malfunction because of the speed sensor. And you know, come to find out, it wasn't even bad. It was just dirty. You know, just needed cleaning. But hey, Dodge was going to sell us a new one and charge us labor to put that in. But all in all, I did the work myself, and you know, charged the boss man a nominal fee, and he still came out less doing all the work to the truck with brakes, tires, alignment, doing all the work to the trailer, and changing the oil. He still came out cheaper than if we'd have taken it to the Dodge place in Albany and let them do the work. Now, do I think that you know, companies shouldn't be able to make a profit? No, I think companies are in business to make a profit. But when I talk about profit, or when we talk about companies making money, let me just throw this example out to you. So I changed the oil in the truck. That's one of the things I did while I was home. And I changed the fuel filters myself. We've always bought, because the boss wants to use OEM parts, we've always bought the oil filter and the fuel filters from Dodge dealer. Last time I bought them at the Dodge dealer in Albany, it was $289 for 3 filters, 2 fuel filters and an oil filter. Happened to be up in Detroit back before Christmas, or well before Christmas, and it came time to change the oil in the truck. So I was like, I got the weekend, I got 34 hours. Let me just see if O'Reilly's or, you know, one of the parts stores has the oil filter and the fuel filters. Well, O'Reilly's didn't have the fuel filters on hand. They could have had them the next day, but I didn't have time to wait. But they did have the oil filter. Same Mopar oil filter I got from the Dodge place cost me $14.99 at O'Reilly's. $14.99. $100 dealer for the same oil filter. $14.99 at O'Reilly's, same oil filter. So if you guys don't think that dealers are bending you over and breaking it off in you and robbing you blind, you got another thing coming. I just wanted to share this with you guys. You know, the information. I'm still not impressed with Dodge. I'm not impressed with Chrysler at all, because Chrysler, the truck, unfortunately, is out of warranty now, but Chrysler has not stood behind the warranty on this truck, not one time, for any problem. You know, at 30,000 miles, there was an issue with the DEF system. Chrysler didn't stand behind it, came out of the man's pocket to get that fixed. And that's just ridiculous. You buy a new truck, it comes with warranty. You expect when it breaks that the company is going to stand behind it, that the dealers are going to work with you and help you get it, your warranty work done. But dealers don't. They don't care about warranty. I had this truck at 5 different dealers. I've had it at 5 different dealers. When I was having brake problems, I went to 3 different dealers. Every dealer told me, oh, well, I don't know why your calipers will be going out with less than 50,000 miles on them. You know what? Every one of them are liars, because there's been a recall on this truck for the calipers, or excuse me, on 2019 Rams, because like I said earlier, we got one of the few trucks that didn't get the bad calipers. Okay, some 19s and 2020s got them, but not our 2019. So they're all telling me, oh, we don't know why the calipers are going bad. Bullshit. They knew. Okay, they knew why the calipers were going bad because there was a recall on the calipers, but they won't tell you that because they're not going to do the recall work. They don't want to have to deal with it because it's a headache dealing with Chrysler. Guys, as always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If you like the content, let me know. If you didn't like the content, let me know. How do you feel about Dodge? What kind of results are you having with your truck, with a Dodge, Ford, Chevy? Give me some feedback in the comments. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side.